There we go. So come into Sukhasana if you can. If that's not available to you, you can send your legs out long. That's fine too. And just start to feel into the body. That's not really helpful, good night. This is chaotic tonight. There we go. So start to feel into your hips, feel into your shoulders. Just notice if there's any stress and tension held anywhere. And you can set a little intention here for your practice tonight, what you might want to get out of it. When you feel like you've moved enough, you can come to stillness with a nice tall back. Rest your hands lightly on your legs. Maybe take a roll of the shoulders, bringing them all the way up to the ears, sending them down the spine. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Let everything go through the mouth. We'll do that 2 more times. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Final time. And out. And you can allow your eyes to close just for a moment or two as we ground ourselves into the practice. So start to breathe in and out through your nose and just allow those shoulders to relax a little. And just take a moment to really notice how your body feels in this seated position. If there's any aches and pains, if you feel a little stiff, maybe in the hips, maybe it's a little uncomfortable to sit like this. Or maybe you're feeling it in your spine and your shoulders. Or maybe you feel pretty good today. Just take a note of those feelings. And then gently turn your attention to your mind and observe how active those thoughts are feeling. How busy your plans and your to-do lists might be. Just start to release them now. Let those thoughts come and go. So don't worry about emptying the mind. Just try not to focus on any one thing. And as a new thought arises, we just lightly release it. And then we turn to our breath. And we're going to start tonight with a simple equal breath. So when you're ready, exhale everything out. And then inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. And in, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time, 4, 3, 2, 1, and out, 4, 3, 2, 1, and return to normal breath. Blink your eyes open, take a little movement, and then we'll come back to a nice tall seated position. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, bring your chin down to your chest, just feeling a stretch in the back of the neck. Inhale to come back through. And then as you exhale, we're going to drop the head back. It doesn't have to go very far back. Inhale back. Exhale to look over your right shoulder, gentle twist of the neck and the spine. Inhale, come back. Exhale over to the other shoulder. Inhale back. And then as you exhale, drop your right ear to the right shoulder. And if you want to, you can take your right hand and just place it on the left side of your head. Try not to pull. We're just gently weighing it down just to feel the stretch on that left side of the neck a little bit. Keep breathing here. And then as you inhale, come back to the center, release the hand. Exhale to the other side. Same thing if you want to. Left hand on the right side of the head. Keep breathing. And then inhale to slowly come back and take a breath. And then bring the hands to the sides of the body. As you inhale, start to raise up your hands. Bring the hands parallel and really stretch to the ceiling. Exhale to slowly come down. We'll do that again. Inhale, come all the way up and stretch. Exhale down. Final time, inhale up and stretch. Exhale, down. Take a breath. On your next breath, we're going to inhale, raise up your right arm, stretch to the ceiling, exhaling over to the side bend, feeling it on the right side of the body. We're going to inhale back up, stretch, exhale to come down. Same thing on the other side, inhale when you're ready, exhaling over, inhaling back up, and exhaling down. We'll do one more on either side, inhale. Gently waking up that spine nice and slowly. Inhale. And down. Last one. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale to release. Take a breath. And then place your right hand behind you, left hand onto your right knee. Big breath in. Exhale and turn and look over your right shoulder, so slightly deeper twist of the spine, and we just breathe normally here. Inhale. As you exhale, gently come back to the center. Maybe take a roll or two of the shoulders. And then place your left hand down, right hand to your left knee. Big breath in. And then exhale and look over your left shoulder. Again, keep breathing here, noticing how it feels on the other side of the body. Inhale and exhale to come back. Take a breath. And while we're seated, let's just check in with those hips. We'll do a little hip roll or two. You can move as shallow or as deeply as you want to at this point. Obviously, we're still warming up. You might feel a little stiff if you've been seated at a desk or something like that. So always move in line with your body. Don't do anything that feels more than just a little uncomfortable. Then we're going to return to seated. We're going to bring the legs over to the sides and we're going to start to come up into a tabletop position. So bring the hands under the shoulders and bring the knees under the hips, tops of the feet on the floor. And for a moment, you can just take a little movement, maybe from side to side or from front to back, sort of coming over the hands, sitting back a bit, just checking on the inner and outer parts of those hips again, just seeing if they're stiff, if they're feeling pretty good. Click, clap, your mind. And then we'll come back to stillness and just move through a gentle cat-cow. On your inhale, drop the belly, raise the tail, look up to the ceiling. And as you exhale, round the spine, bring the chin to the chest, look at your belly. Inhale to come back through. Exhale to slowly round. And as always, just keep this going, following your breath and feeling into each vertebrae of the spine to see how that it's feeling this evening. Maybe there's a bit of stress held somewhere. Maybe you can feel it in your shoulders. It's a really good one for the belly as well. So notice how your belly feels here. And then when you're ready, we'll come back to tabletop and just take a little breath. And then we're going to start to tuck your toes in, to take a big breath in. And on your next inhalation, we're going to raise up the backside, I should say, into your downward dog. So arms and legs are nice and straight here, head hangs low, pointing at your knees and just teasing those heels down a little bit. Keep breathing here. And if you want to, as always, you can pedal the feet a little bit as we start to work your calf muscles, waking up those legs. Or if that's not for you tonight, you can stay in a static pose, that's fine. On your next inhalation, we're going to bring the right foot forward, lower down your left knee into your low lunge. And then bring the left hand on the outside edge of that right foot if you can. If not, you can always hold on to the leg or maybe even just rest the elbow on the knee. So you do what you can there. If you have a yoga block or a book or something, you can always rest your hand there. Then with your right hand, we're going to circle that forward and just breathe here. And then bring that right hand back down, release the left, coming back into your normal low lunge. We're going to inhale, scoop the arms up, stretch to the ceiling. And we're going to exhale to bring the hands back down. Keep breathing. On your next inhalation, step your right foot back, coming into your downward dog. Again, head low, teasing those heels down. This time, as we inhale, we'll step the left foot forward to the hand, drop your right knee down. And again, we're just going to take a little moment here. We're going to bring the right hand to the, oh, gosh, sorry, that was my cat for you again. Told you it was chaos tonight, I do apologise. Let's get rid of her. Right, so we didn't smash, thankfully. Right hand to the left side, outer edge of the left foot. Again, if you can't do that, you can rest your elbow on the left knee if you want to. So wherever you are, we're going to start to swing that left arm round, forward, in a stretch. As I say, you can be up here if you want, you're still working that left side of the body. And then slowly bring that hand down, release the right. On your next inhalation, scoop your arms up, stretch to the ceiling. And exhale to come back down. As you inhale, step the left foot back, coming into your downward dog. Keep breathing. Blooming animals, honestly. And then slowly start to bring those knees down to the floor, coming back into your tabletop. Keep checking my position now. Right. Okay. So I think we'll do a little work on our hips. So we'll do our lizard pose. So nice and slowly, when you're ready, bring your right foot to the outer edge of your right hand. And so you can just take your time getting there. And then when you're ready to exhale, we're going to start to bend the arms down. It may be that you really come down a little bit and you start to feel that hip flexor, and that might be enough. That's fine. If you can come down onto your forearms and just lower the head, brilliant. But don't worry if your flexibility isn't quite there. Just come as low as you can comfortably. And this is a slightly uncomfortable pose, and a bit of discomfort's fine. Shouldn't be any pain. If there is, raise up immediately and slowly ease yourself out. But this is a really strong one on those hips. Just breathe in your maximum position, wherever that might be. And then inhale to raise up on the hands. We're going to bring that foot to the center of the mat now. So your hands are framing the foot. We're going to come back again into our high lunge, really stretching the spine. You might even want to do a slight back bend here, but only if you want to. Exhale the hands down. This time, as we inhale, we're going to raise the right arm. We're going to twist to look up at the hands. Exhale to come back down. And nice and slowly, we're going to start to walk or step that foot back, coming back into tabletop, and take a moment, just noticing how that hip feels compared to your other one. And then it's time to balance out. When you're ready, you can step or slide or walk the left foot to the outer edge of your left hand. Take a nice big breath in. And as you exhale, once again, start to bend those elbows until you find your comfortable position and lower your head a little. Really feel that hip flexor opening. One side is often more stiff than the other. So you might have a easier side. And then nice and slowly start to push up on the hands. And when you can, bring the foot to the center of the mat again, back into our low lunge. Inhale, scoop the arms up, stretch up. Exhale to come back down. Inhale, raise your left arm and twist. Exhale to come back down. And then very slowly walk, step or slide that foot back. Let's bring the big toes together. Let's bring the knees nice and wide. Start to bring the bottom back. Start to stretch the arms out. Bring the heart down, and you can rest your forehead in our extended child's pose. If this isn't available to you, and I know it's not available to everybody, you can just come onto your forearms and lower your head. You're still going to be stretching the spine, opening the hips. But if you can activate those shoulders, you can stretch the arms out. If you want to add a little bit more, you can come up onto your fingertips with that extended stretch. And that will just feel into those shoulders a little bit more. Keep breathing wherever you are. And then come down off the fingertips if you're there. And what I want you to do now, staying in this position, is take your right arm, bring it under the left, so your right shoulder, right side of the face is down on your mat. So doing a little thread needle just to ease tension out of your shoulders. Keep breathing. If you want to, you can bring your left arm behind the back and you can tuck the fingers into the right thigh, or keep it extended, whatever you want to do. And then gently bring the left hand back to the top of the mat. Unthread the right, stretch that one out long, bring the head back down, take a breath. And then when you're ready, start to thread the left arm under the right, bring the left side of the face down. Feel that in the shoulder. And again, option if you want to bring the right hand behind the spine this time, tucking the fingers into the left thigh if you wish. If not, keep that arm out long. Gently release the right arm back to the top of the mat and thread the left. Give it all a good stretch, forehead rest. And then slowly start to walk the hands back towards the body. Bring the knees a little bit more central and start to come back up onto your tabletop and take a breath. Just noticing how your hips, how your shoulders are starting to feel. And I think what we'll do now is we will do a camel pose. So there's two variations here. There's the full variation, which is quite strong on the back. So only attempt this if your back's feeling really good. There is a slightly easier variation, but it will also work the thighs. So let me show you the two of them before we try. Both of them are going to start in a high kneeling position. If you need to grab a blanket or anything under the knees, a cushion, do so now whilst I demonstrate. If you're doing the full pose, you want to tuck your toes under. And then as you inhale, we take the hands to the heels. As you exhale, we bring the head back as far as you feel comfortable and we hold the breath here. Now, when we're ready to inhale back up, we come up, but we don't bring the head up until the very last minute because we don't want to injure the neck. And then we'll just rest down. If that's going to be too strong or you don't feel like it tonight, that's fine. Again, we start in the high position. This time the toes don't have to be tucked. As we inhale, we raise the arms to shoulder height. As we exhale, we start to lean back as much as you want or as little as you want. Then we hold here. And that's where you'll feel the burn on the thighs as well as working the spine a little bit. We inhale back up and we rest down. So you can either come up into a kneeling position with the feet flat, or if you're doing the full position, tuck your toes. Now, as you inhale, either reach around for those heels or bring the arms up, whichever one you're doing. As you exhale, either start to drop the head back or start to lean back and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. As you inhale, start to come up, don't lift the head till the last minute. And as you exhale, we come back down. Take a breath, we'll do 2 more. Come up into your high knee and get your toes into your position. When you're ready to inhale, start to raise the arms or grab the heels. Exhale, start to lean back or drop the head. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come slowly up, lifting the head at the last minute. And exhale to come back down, take a breath. Well done, 1 more to go. Really good for the back, obviously good for the abs as well. Back bends tend to be good for confidence and willpower as well. Final time, let's come up into our high kneeling. Again, get your toes into position. When you're ready to inhale, raise up the arms or grab your heels. Exhale, slowly start to come back and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale to come slowly up This time, as we exhale, we send the bottom down over the heels, hands by the heels, forehead down. Traditional child's pose, not to relax the shoulders. Important to bend the spine in the opposite direction after those strong back bends. We're just going to take a couple of breaths here. And then very slowly, we're going to start to inhale, come up onto your knees into Vajrasana, hands rest on the thighs just for a moment. And then we'll come back into Sukhasana just to do a tiny little bit of work on the shoulders, just to release any tension there. So when you're ready, raise up your right arm, bend at the elbow, send the right hand down the spine, bring the left hand behind you. See if you can get those fingers to touch or at least point in the general direction of one another. And whenever you're in your maximum position, make sure you're sitting nice and tall. Big, deep breaths here. Really opening up the shoulders. And then slowly bring one hand down, followed by the other. Take a few rolls. Then when you're ready, your left hand comes up and down the spine, right hand behind. Again, see if you can get the fingers to clasp or point in the general direction. You can use a bit of cloth or a towel or something in between the hands to try and improve the flexibility. Or if you have a yoga strap, they're really good as well. Take a deep breath or two here. And then nice and slowly, one hand down, reach around with the other. And again, a few shoulder rolls just to release. And then we're going to move on to our mat. So very slowly, make your way down onto your back with the knees bent, feet on the floor. And we'll do Supta Vikrasana as our supine twist. So arms should be out at shoulder height, making a T. Or if you don't have much room like me, you can do cactus arms. That's fine. Take a big breath in. And then as you exhale, send your knees to the right and your head to the left. Hold the breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, everything to the center. Exhale, knees to the left, head to your right, and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, bring everything back. Exhale. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale back. Exhale over. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale back. We'll do one more on either side. Exhale. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale back. And exhale over. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring everything back to the center. Keep knees bent. Bring the hands to the sides of the body. And then when you're ready, we'll do our seated, a supine pigeon. We're going to bring our right ankle over the left knee. Reach around the left thigh with both of your hands and pull that thigh into the body, finding a little strain that works for you tonight, a little stretch. And then breathe. If you want it deeper, you can pull a little bit harder. If you want it a little bit more gentle, release. Muscles in the legs and the glutes. And then bring your left foot down, followed by your right, and take a breath. When you're ready, pick up your left ankle, place it across your right knee, and then reach around your right thigh. Same thing again. Find the stretch that's for you tonight. When you found it, keep breathing. And then release the right foot, followed by your left. Send the feet out long, point the toes, bring the hands overhead. Give everything a really good stretch like you're on a rack. And then relax and bring the hands to the sides of the body and allow your toes to point to the ceiling. We're going to do Pavamuktasana for our digestive system. It does translate as release of wind, so don't worry if that happens. When you're ready, we're going to take a big breath in, bring your right knee into the chest and give it a really tight squeeze as we hold the breath in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale to release. As you inhale, bring your left knee in, give it a really tight squeeze, holding your breath in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale to release. This time as you inhale, bring both knees in, nice tight squeeze, hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. And this time as we exhale, rather than releasing entirely, we're just going to make it into a nice cuddle of those knees. Options as usual to rock on your mat if you want to have a little rub of the back, or you can draw some circles with the knees. And you can go the other direction. So again, just do whatever your body wants you to do. And then bring the soles of the feet together, letting the knees knock to the floor if you can, resting your hands on your belly. If that's not available, make a more of a diamond shape with the legs, that's fine. Just allow everything to melt down. Close your eyes, and we're going to finish as we started with some equal breath. So exhale everything out, and then inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. And in. 4, 3, 2, 1. And down. 4, 3, 2, 1. And in. 4, 3, 2, 1. And down. 4, 3, 2, 1. You return to normal breath. If your eyes are closed, you can blink them open. And then one at a time, bring your feet down to your mat. And from here, we're going to move to Shavasana. So if you have tenderness in your spine, bring your feet wide, let the knees knock together, and rest your hands. If your body's feeling pretty good, send the legs out long, let the heels flop to the sides, let the hands come to the sides of the body. And of course, if you need to grab a blanket or a cushion or anything else to make yourself nice and warm and comfy for the next couple of minutes, then do that as well. And just take a moment or two to get nice and comfortable on your mat, in your Shavasana position. And whenever you're ready, you can allow your eyes to softly close. Make sure your eyes aren't tightly closed. Relax your forehead, relax your jaw, start to relax those shoulders. Allow the spine to melt down into your mat, and just take a moment to notice how you're feeling. Letting go of those thoughts again, ready to relax. Each one of your toes is completely relaxed. The tops of your feet and the soles of your feet are relaxed. Your heels and your ankles are relaxed. Your lower legs, your knees, and your upper legs are relaxed. Both of your legs are now relaxed. Your hips and pelvis are relaxed into your mat, and your spine is relaxed vertebrae by vertebrae. Your tummy is relaxed. Your rib cage is relaxed. Your chest and your collarbones are relaxed. The whole of your abdomen is now relaxed. Each of your fingers are relaxed. The palms of your hands and the tops of your hands are relaxed. Your wrists and your lower arms are relaxed. Your elbows and your upper arms are relaxed. Both of your arms are completely relaxed. Your shoulders are relaxed. Your neck and your jaw are relaxed. Your chin and mouth are relaxed. And all of the muscles in your face are relaxed. Your forehead and the crown of your head are both relaxed. Your body is now completely relaxed into your mat. So for the next minute or so, continue to let go of those thoughts and enjoy your relaxation. As always, you are welcome to stay where you are. Enjoy a longer Shavasana. But if you do wish to return, when you're ready, keeping your eyes closed, you can move gently onto your side, use your arm as a pillow, and take some big, deep breaths. And then again, when you're ready, with your eyes closed, you can gently push yourself up into a seated position. And whenever you're there, sit nice and tall, bring your hands to prayer at your heart. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, bring your chin to your chest and then slowly blink your eyes back open. And then when you're ready, you can return to the center. Namaste. Thank you all for joining me, and I'm sorry about the chaos of the kitten halfway through. Hope you enjoyed that and hope to see you again next week. Have a good week. Thanks all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.